into today's episode. Quick PSA, quick acknowledgement. So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And yeah, there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So it appears that within the last week, there is a pair of podcasters by the name of Shits and Gigs. I believe they are from London. They have gone viral in the last week because they went on a US tour, have been guests on other podcasts, and apparently they have offended black women, or I guess more like disappointed them, because apparently, according to black women, these are the only black men that deserve to keep their podcasts and deserve to still have mics. And I'll kind of gloss over why I think that really was, which is really a given if you any man with any logic can put two and two together. But black women in particular, did not like their actions or their lack of I guess you can say pushback as far as what has concurred in the last week. I'm going to go over the two incidents that have happened on these other podcasts that they've been on, and then I'm going to be sharing some other videos from other women that obviously display their disappointment in these guys. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God we ain't from here.
I'm a Texas girl. You ain't offending me none.
You see, they ain't thank you. See.
We've still got a couple of days. Maybe we'll find out. But yeah. I've seen like 2 or 3.
Hey, but what is y'all's type though?
Bad is the type.
Facts.
So what makes a girl bad?
It varies though.
It matters how you own it. It can be a skinny girl who wears the fuck out of being a skinny girl. And then you've got a thick thing who just owns the shit out of being a thick thing. And it's bad is bad is bad.
That's a PR answer.
A PR answer.
They're all beautiful.
Notice a PR answer is only acceptable when it's coming out of a woman's mouth. I just wanted to point that out real quick.
Beautiful. If you have,
I'm not saying everyone's beautiful. I just told you Atlanta's clapped. I never said everyone's beautiful. I just said I'm not seeing anybody's here.
You know what's funny about Atlanta though? Atlanta has a lot of transplants. So a lot of the people that live here, like you rarely run into people when you're out and stuff that are from Atlanta. Like the real Atlanta people, they be in the trenches, like off of Cascade.
we about to get jumped next time we go out.
Cleveland Ave, that's what they be. What?
We live here, man.
I don't go to Cleveland Ave. I'm not getting jumped.
All right, you guys. So now I want to show you the other clip that the women had a problem with. I think this one is what really hurt their feelings.
You guys don't know about the black girlfriend effect. She just...
Wait, what is the black girlfriend effect? This
you don't know about this?
Glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, clean shape up. Glows up, bro.
I like that.
Glows the fuck up.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
they grow a beard because there's more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of it. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect, it might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Yo, who
Nah.
gets
That means what?
Hey, let me do the US translation.
Kendrick fans? Get him!
We love them all.
Yeah,
man.
that's royal English.
And that's what black women are triggered about. That's what they're really triggered. You want to know what? You want to know why they're so triggered about that, y'all? Because those men didn't say their preference was black women. Because those men didn't say their favorite was black women. Because and majority of their audience is, guess what? Black women. But I know why black women were on them so much. I want you to check this. I want you to check these clips out of the women nagging, but there's one woman in particular that I'm gonna let her rattle on, and I want y'all to pay close attention to what she said. Check this out.
I don't know why you guys thought James Afroad's podcast was like any different from all these other regular podcast bros. This is how I know most of you only started liking them based off the 60-second clip you see on TikTok. If you actually listen to their podcast, the whole thing, you know that there's no difference. They are all the same. All podcast bros are the same. That's where this outrage is coming from, because most people feel disappointed.
We might be witnessing the downfall of shits and gigs.
It's actually so exhausting being a black woman, because you'll just be there living your life, and in another room you'll be getting insulted and attacked for no reason. Obviously, I'm talking about the shits and gigs. Obviously, I'm talking about the James and Fuhad story that's going around. I saw the clip and I was disgusted.
The whole James and Fuhad situation is disappointing, but not unexpected, right? Because black men have been walking us up to the big house for centuries. It's only more recently they have stopped waiting for us outside.
Fuhad and James. Why? Why? I don't know who their PR person is, but they went into that Andrew Schultz interview completely wrong, at least in my opinion. I also have a bit of a hot take that I know some black women are not going to agree with. I'm telling you now. They went on that show saying they hadn't seen any baddies in Atlanta. I think people forget to take context, well, culture into context. And the theme that's going around TikTok is like, you might as well have said you don't like black women. No, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. Because black women in the UK and black women in Atlanta are two different brands of black women. Let's be very honest. Black nonetheless, but they're two different types. I've been to other countries, see another black man, not my type. And don't think I'm a pick-me, because I'm probably in the minority. I don't find Fuhad or James attractive. Like, I would love to hang out with them. They seem like a lot of fun. I'd go get drinks, but I don't find neither of them are my type.
Now, pay attention to what she just said. I'm in the minority. I don't, when it comes to finding these guys attractive. So she's already told you one of the reasons why black women had these men on a pedestal. Pay attention. She's going to give you another reason why. Let's keep it moving.
So don't think it's me trying to be a pick-me situation. However, I really disagree with the narrative that they just don't like black women, unfortunately, because they didn't find anyone attractive in Atlanta. And I'm like, one, we don't know where they were. They could be between hotel to hotel. Like, and let's be honest, there are certain parts of Atlanta where there's a very specific brand of black woman, and they come from London. What did you think they were attracted to? So, like, I disagree with that. However, them going on the Andrew Schultz show and laughing at that black women beat their men joke was so ill-prepared. They went in on that interview being fans of Andrew. Like, instead of being a guest, they were fans being interviewed. And anyone who knows Andrew Schultz knows his content. I hate to say it, I'm sorry. I do typically find him funny. He's been problematic his whole career. We know this. But the thing is, he's gone after everybody. He doesn't care, Indian, Asian, black, white. Like, he is literally across the board offensive. He's just an offensive sort of humor. He's made it somehow. Him being a white man being able to say, oh, this is a whole nother conversation. I get that part. However, his branding and being offensive and problematic is completely opposite to Fuhad and James as far as their branding. They are known for being attractive Black men, minding their business, the exception to the rule, which puts them on a little bit of a pedestal, which we all knew was going to fall. Everything. We get it. They're human.
Attractive men who mind their business, the exception to the rule. Translation: Black men that are not holding other Black women accountable, Black men that are not on podcasts doing like what I do, or doing like what you see a Fresh and Fit or whatever podcast, anybody you can think of. Any male podcaster you can think of. Manosphere space, RP space. And the funny part about it is that these guys were covering the same shit. I've reacted to these guys before. I've had clips of these guys in my channel many a time. So it was kind of surprising for me to hear this news about this even being a thing, because I was thinking to myself, like, well, they always kind of came across as a little bit more RP leaning anyway. They just seemed a little bit more entertaining because they were always telling like funny stories and jokes and shit. And with them being on the Andrew Schultz podcast, I figured they were just on there because those guys were known for being funny, and that's why they had such a huge following. So to sit over here and all of a sudden y'all want to turn on them just because they laughed at a joke. Because let's be honest here. The real reason why y'all are offended by that joke is because there's some truth to that joke. That joke could have came from a Black man and y'all would have felt the same way. Let's not sit over here and act like it had anything to do with it coming from Andrew Schultz, because even she admitted that he's known for doing this kind of content. That's his shtick. That's what he does. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this rock out.
It was gonna crumble at some point. I don't root for their downfall, but they needed to be prepared going into that interview, knowing like, hey, he's gonna shoot some jokes. Your core demographic are Black women. Be careful about what you talk about and what you laugh at, because you're gonna piss them off. So that was just a bad idea, and I hate it. I hate that this is the narrative for them now, because yeah, it's an offensive joke. No, I don't agree with it. I hate to give the white man the pass. Let's be clear. I hate to give him a pass. But that's been his branding his entire career. He doesn't care. Fuhad and James needed to be more prepared.
No, y'all just need to get y'all feelings out of y'all pocket and quit being so damn sensitive. It was a fucking joke. But like I said, that joke got a lot of truth to it, and that's why a lot of Black women are so offended by it. If it didn't have any truth to it, why would they be so offended in the first place? Hit dogs a holler, as they say. It's really applying when it comes to this joke. Anyway, I want to show you guys their apology and move on from there.
If you know, PSA, quick acknowledgement. So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And yeah, there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to Black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it. And to give, there's first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you, I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I'll smack homeboy in the face, I'll say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah, bro, move on is the fucking word, bro. All you want to do is fucking move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just move on to the next thing.
There's so
and like
many
we had
times.
to say a few times, bro, just move on.
Just move
on.
So many different topics. We were like, move on. And
yeah.
it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
get out of that situation.
Literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling. And we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something that's
ended up being something that's like really, really hurt people that look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And it is definitely not cool to be in that situation. And again,
I gotta stop it right there. It's not your duty to protect them. No, it's not. I'm sorry, bro. Some of y'all may disagree with me. That's fine. I don't care. So there's no need to like get all defensive and want to push back or, oh my God, I'm gonna unsubscribe to him like y'all, like these women are acting. Because I looked at they page. They still got over 8 million followers here on TikTok. So if there are women unsubscribing and unfollowing them, either it's not as many as there appear to be, or maybe their audience isn't majority women like they thought it was. But you do not owe them any protection, bro. You don't know these people from a can of paint, and you didn't put a gun to their head and make them watch you either.
Not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we fucked it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you don't know what's
yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, fuck, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally
learn
from your mistakes.
Yeah, we fucked it, and we're sorry.
We definitely do apologize.
It's, for me, like, it's one of them ones where you don't realize that, like, for one, when you're part of a community, you don't realize that you can hurt your own community.
Especially
when you're not, when unintentionally.
For real.
And also on top of that, it was so crazy that like the narrative that's been spun about how we feel about our community, the irony of the fact that whilst the whole reason we're in that country was to just show how much we love our community and show how much we love our supporters and how much time we spent at the shows and just like getting to know people and just like understanding our community better and just like making friends and making bonds and showing love, and they're showing love. And this whole 6-week trip was just about showing how much we love our community and how much our community show out for us. And then to have that exact same trip be the reason that we're having to have this conversation now. But at the end of the day, mistakes make you a better person.
Mistakes do make you a better person.
You're not born a perfect person. And yeah, we don't condone, we don't appease that behavior, we don't rate it. And we don't want you guys to think that we were sat in that room rating what's going on.
We hold our hands up, we apologize, you learn from your mistakes, and we hope we don't let our communities down again, because ultimately we do this for you guys. Like,
yeah, you guys are all we have, man.
You guys are literally all we have. You guys have taken us to this level, and we don't want to let you guys down going forward and anymore. So,
man, y'all ain't letting nobody down, bro. You just got some real insensitive ass women watching you. You got some panderer watchers watching you. That's all it is. And y'all really ain't even the pandering type. Like, trust me, you guys, if you were to look at they content, bro, you wouldn't think they were pandering to women at all whatsoever. Like, their content is just fun. It's funny. You know, they dabble in relationships and whatnot, but it's usually always some kind of comedic relief to it, you know, to kind of take the edge off. And I think that's the reason why women gravitated towards them, even when they did talk about relationship stuff to some degree. But it just goes to show you, bro, like it's no, bro, the sisterhood is fake as they come. If you don't agree with what they agree with 100%, and it all they ain't rocking with you, and it also shows how thin the line of error is for men, and I've expressed this all the time on this channel. This is one of the big problems in dating as well, because women have such a small room for error for men, but they want men to give them all the grace in the world. It blows my fucking mind. I will never understand why women think that makes sense to them. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that was with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel blog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.